Josie is joining us now, and Josie Ball is someone who's very passionate about meaningful change, and she focuses that in the job she's now got. I think she's only been in it, what is it, 6, 9 months? I can't remember
That's
what you said,
correct.
six,
Yeah.
6 to 9.
6.
And yeah, I know you're passionate about it because it's about really a sort of place-based locality work where you're looking at through the project you're in, the Restart project, developing repair cafes, which is about not wasting but repairing and reusing in a locality, in a particular place. And so that's important. So if we could start, Josie, and thank you for coming on and for taking part in this. Um, you're involved, as I said, in the Restart project. Can you tell us about what the Restart project is and what you mean by repair cafes?
Yes, definitely. And I'd like to say thank you too for having me. It's really great to sort of be part of this. And I've probably got a lot to learn myself from all the people that are here and some of the things you've been talking
Okay.
about. Um, so the Restart Project is a social enterprise. And what we're essentially aiming to achieve is to help people learn how to repair their broken electronics and rethink how they're consuming them in the first place. So really aiming to kind of shift people's mindsets to kind of learn how to repair them and reuse them rather than buying new, and giving people the skills and the confidence to be able to do that. And there are various elements to what we do, one of which is sort of bringing access repair to communities across the world. So we're kind of global, although I focus on sort of London and my role. And we do that in lots of different ways. We've got things called fixing factories, which are permanent bases on high streets. And we're hoping to have one of these. Our goal is to have one of these on every high street in London. And these are places where people can bring in broken electronics and learn how to fix them. And we're also developing lots of kind of training programs to teach people how to repair different household appliances. And then in addition to that, in my role, I support a network of over 50 different repair groups across London to run community repair events in their areas, which are essentially events that are completely community and volunteer led, where members of the public can bring in their items and not only get it fixed for free, but actually engage in the fixing process and learn from people who have fixing skills about how to sort of diagnose the item they brought in and hopefully fix it. We've got a kind of platform called Restarters, where everyone in our sort of volunteer and sort of London community can sign up to and chat and look at which events are coming up and sign up to volunteer at them. But there's also another aspect to what we do, which is a lot of campaigning around the right to repair. What people are doing on the ground across London and globally by delivering these repair events. When items are coming into repair events, a lot of groups collect data on the repairs, so what the items are, how much they weigh, whether they were fixed and what was wrong with them. And this data feeds into kind of our campaigning around the right to repair. And what we're trying to achieve with that is to encourage the big sort of tech companies and things to build products in a way that they're easier to repair for people, and that people can have access to things like repair manuals and spare parts and things. So empowering people. So there's various aspects to what we do, and hopefully that's given a bit of an overview.
No, that's a very good background, and of course you want to try and see if this can be done in Enfield now, don't you? And your idea
Yeah.
here in Enfield is to have a repair cafe which is actually mobile that moves around the borough. Can you tell us how that will work?
Yes. So we're really excited. We're working kind of closely with Enfield Council on this to identify different locations across the borough that these repair cafes could take place. And the aim is to have one repair group. So to build one repair group that moves across, at the moment, it's looking like various libraries across Enfield. So think places like Palmer's Green Library, the Ordnance Library, Enfield Town Library, and Edmonton Green Library. And we're really excited about this because we really want to bring access to repair to all areas in Enfield and opportunities for people to bring in items and benefit benefit from these cafes in their own way and learn how to repair. And so this will mean that hopefully we can reach different communities across Enfield by doing this. And I think I definitely need to brush up on my knowledge around this, but from what I understand, there's a real sort of mix of different communities that could benefit from repair cafes, and you know, there's higher areas with you know, that are higher income, areas that are lower income, and we really want to find ways. I can see the comment in the chat.
Yeah. You know, it's Pam saying that they have one in Haringey and they have one that goes
Yeah,
around the area. So maybe we could put you in touch with Pam and you could talk to her about what's happening there, and we could learn from them as well.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
definitely, that would be brilliant.
you mentioned Enfield Council is working with you, and I'm really quite pleased because it was EnCaf, it was us who put your project, Fiona, in your project in touch with Enfield Council, which started them really thinking about how they could do it, and that's great. But they've helped you with premises and providing some funding, but you know, that is important, but it's not enough. You need volunteers, don't you? You need people to come in and help you and volunteer with the repairing, volunteer with the organisation. Tell us the sort of volunteers you need.
So a variety of volunteers, really, which is why they're such beautiful events, because people from all sorts of different backgrounds with different interests can get involved. What we ideally want for this repair group is for it to be as community-led and volunteer-led as possible. So we're looking essentially for either a group of, say, 2 to 3 really keen organisers and volunteers who want to come together to deliver these events. And lead on kind of organising them, and we would kind of support them in understanding how to set up their first repair cafe, and we can provide training and things. Or it could be, you know, a local group or organisation who's really passionate about delivering them. So we're looking for organisers, but we're also looking for the volunteers, the fixers that make magic happen too. So things like electrical fixers, textile fixers, bike fixers. And we really want to grow the group depending on what people in the local area are really interested in, what skills they have and what things they want repairing. So there are other repair cafes in London like Chiswick who offer things like carpentry and suitcase repairs and lots of different kind of repair areas. So it will hopefully grow over time to include other things. And we're looking for kind of volunteers with all skill levels too. So although it's really brilliant to have some people who have a lot of experience specifically in electrical repairing, we're really keen to kind of engage anyone who's got a willingness to learn as well, because we can like encourage them to learn from each other and deliver how to fix workshops to build their skill sets and confidence. But there's also opportunity. Sorry, go for it.
Now, as I say, when you get volunteers, how can you be sure, for example, that they're competent? If they're fixing electrical goods, that can be dangerous. So how do you make sure the volunteers have the training or the competence to be able to do what you want them to do?
Yeah, that's a really valid question. I think sometimes, especially with electrical repairs, people can feel kind of a bit nervous, and that can be a barrier sometimes. So I'm really glad you asked. But in terms of electrical repairing specifically, we can run things like how to fix workshops where we get a group of kind of experienced fixers together, and kind of a range of household appliances that would typically come into a repair cafe, and get everyone to sit down together in teams and learn together how to open up items, diagnose them, and fix them, and learn about the kind of common faults and how to use tools safely. So we're really hoping to do some of those kind of workshops with volunteers to kind of build their confidence. But we've also got, you know, in terms of health and safety, there would be procedures in place that make things as safe as possible and kind of would make people confident in what they're doing. So PAT testing, for example, before and after fixes. And I won't go into all that detail because it's all the boring health and safety stuff. But there are, you know, other things like assigning safety leads and stuff like that. So it's there. Those things are in place to make people feel confident to facilitate things. And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you're clearly excited by it. I think I saw in one of your social network sites that you said you get a real buzz out of the Repair
Yeah.
Cafe because the buzz comes from seeing people fixing things and being part of
Mm.
something that's sustainable. Is that the enthusiasm that encourages you?
Definitely. Repair cafes are so brilliant because they've got so many different benefits to them and they're sustainable in so many different ways, not just the environmental side. They also bring people together and empower them, through building their skill sets and confidence. But they also build communities and connect people from like all walks of life. And so, I always talk about the kind of like buzz of repair cafes, and I say that there's nothing really beats the buzz of it. And it's like when you step into a really busy repair cafe where everyone's working together to do something positive for the environment. Someone's got something fixed that they've had for so long, and that item is really important to them, or someone's been able to fix something because they couldn't afford to buy something new, and that's been really helpful for them. And then you've got people learning and enjoying together. It's pretty special.